Israel can't have it both ways, opposing holding negotiations with a unified Palestinian government, all the while insisting it cannot negotiate with a divided Palestinian government, Defense Minister Ehud Barak said on Monday. For years, Israel has been telling the world that there's a problem in negotiating with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas because he doesn't control the whole of Palestinian territories, Barak told Israeli radio in a Memorial Day interview. Barak noted that the moment Hamas joins a Palestinian government, Israel cannot say, "Oh no, we can't talk to Abbas now because Hamas is in the government." The defense minister said that if Hamas accepts the principles laid out by the quartet, that Israel would be willing to hold talks with the Palestinians. Discussing the issue in a wider regional context, he said, in every development from Bahrain to, and especially with the Palestinians, there are dangers and there are opportunities in the changes taking place. Asked whether recent statements by Hamas indicated a new willingness to think in terms of a two-state solution represent a change in the terrorist organization, Barak said, if the Hamas ceases to be the Hamas that we know today, then we'll be in a different situation. With the world's attention riveted on the welcome demise of Osama bin Laden, Egypt has slipped off the mainstream news media's radar. But all is not well in the land of the Arab Spring. Ultra-conservative Muslims known as Salafis are flexing their muscles in Egypt. Just yesterday, for example, Salafi-led Muslim mobs set fire to a church and a Christian-owned apartment building. The Islamists' continued persecution of the Christian minority set off a wave of violence, killing 12 people and injuring more than 200. So much for the peace and harmony among all religions in the new Egypt. The Obama administration is counting on the more moderate Egyptian Muslim Brotherhood to keep the extremists in check. According to President Obama's faith advisor, Dalia Mogahed, the Obama administration respects the Muslim Brotherhood, which it expects will take a majority in the upcoming Egyptian parliamentary elections. There's just one small problem. Al-Qaeda, the Salafis, and the Muslim Brotherhood are all devoted to the success of radical Islam, the militant, politically activist ideology whose ultimate goal is to create a worldwide community or caliphate of Muslim believers governing under Sharia law. Their means may differ, but the end objective is the same. The Muslim Brotherhood is a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is beginning to shed its sheepy outer garments. Not only is the Muslim Brotherhood in the process of taking over Egypt, many believe their footprint will expand exponentially in Lebanon once Gaddafi is removed. U.S. President Barack Obama may be banking on a supposedly more moderate brotherhood to keep the extremists in line, but once they take power, their central objective will be to forge secret ties with Iran and place a Hamas-Fatah coalition in a favorable international position. It is their goal to create a Palestinian state for the purpose of finally destroying Israel. Israeli Defense Minister Ehud Barak seems to be falling into the trap of a suddenly changing Hamas. Just a few short weeks ago, this same Hamas was firing missiles at Israeli cities. What seems to be the difference appears to be a Hamas and Fatah that has adopted the Muslim Brotherhood temporary appearance of moderating for the sake of achieving a long-term goal. I can only imagine that the international community will be all too willing to buy into this new direction for the sake of possible Middle East peace. Both the Egyptian elections and the deadline for the creation of a Palestinian state will be in September. This is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.